प्रष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Once again, I welcome all of you on behalf of ISKCON, Kulai, Mangaluru, and Namanishta Prabhu for this wonderful journey of 18 days. We are in the third part, 3 parts. The Bhagavad Gita is divided into 3 parts, right? We are in the last padav, Akri padav. The first one was attaining bhakti through karma yoga. Do your duty. By doing your duty, how we can attain the abode of the Lord. Okay, so attaining devotion through doing karma. And second, last 6 chapters, it is attaining the Supreme by doing devotion. Now today onwards, 13 to 18, attain the Supreme through knowledge. Okay, when bhakti is the ultimate, why is it knowledge required? Very sensible question. Krishna has told bhakti is the ultimate. Only through bhakti you can reach me. Not through jnana, not through dhyana, means yoga, not through only karma. This karma has to be done by dedicating all the results to Krishna. But how to dedicate? What is the process to dedicate? How can we attain bhakti is very important. The knowledge is very, very essential. Simply, like even to know about ISKCON, I am telling, how much knowledge is required, everybody does not know. Out of all the people, how many are attending the classes? Out of all the people, how many continue this journey? Out of all the people, even those who continue the journey, how many reach the destination? So that knowledge is very essential, right? So without that knowledge, doing bhakti for chanting, we need to know about Srila Prabhupada. Unless and until we know the glories of Srila Prabhupada, we cannot even remain in ISKCON, remain in bhakti. Actual bhakti is ISKCON. ISKCON, as I said that day, others hear from this ISKCON and leave it from the ISKCON. Only people who stay in ISKCON understand it, experience it, and they grow. They agrasar, that is bhakti mein agrasar hote hain. They grow in the path of devotion with association. Hare Krishna. So is it understandable that why Krishna has kept bhakti in between? Bhakti is the ultimate. Through karma either we reach bhakti or through jnana we reach bhakti. But whoever it is, whether karma yogi or jnana yogi or ashtanga yogi or dhyana yogi, whoever it is, they all, the last step where we reach is the bhakti, devotion. Okay. Yesterday you might have read. Do anyone want to share what is actual bhakti is? Bhakti. Krishna gave so many verses in bhakti. How is it? How do we do bhakti? Hare Krishna. Okay. Very simple 6 process he told. Right? Because what is the first of all, see, everything I have told, we have to go and analyze with the 3 types of signs. One is sambandha. What is our relation with the Lord? That you would have read in the 10th chapter, Chatushloki. In the 10th chapter, 8th verse. Right? You all might have read what is our relation with Krishna. That is, aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate. Iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Sarvam mattaga pravartate. Everything emanates from me. I emanate everything. Everything emanates from me. Iti matva bhajante mam. One who knows this and worship me. Buddha bhava samanvitaha. He is the real knower of me. Right? Okay, that is sambandha. Then second 10.9. You might have studied. Machitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam. Katayantascha mam bhaktya tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. What is it? Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. One who knows the previous fact that everything comes from me, they don't know what is going around. They are lost in tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Ramanti means totally they get involved in bhakti. Tushyanti cha. In what? In what they get involved? In worshipping me, in glorifying me, in chanting about me. Okay, that is again, we can take this as process also or knowledge also. Process or sambandha also. Process means all the time involve yourself in my glorification. Or why do you get involved? One who gets involved is my devotee. He knows who am I. Okay. Then 9. 9 3 Tesham Satata Yuktanam 10.9. This is a pure process. How to reach the Supreme Personality of Godhead, how to understand Him, how to attain Him. Satatam Tesham Satata Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam, with the love and affection. Okay, when to Tesham, continuously, satata, again without any interruption. We have learned the definition of bhakti, right? What is the definition of bhakti? 2 words. I have been telling right from class 1. And previous class, I wrote in the chat also. What are the 2 major definition of bhakti? Hare Krishna. Okay. Now at least try to remember the right word I'll tell. Bhakti should be unmotivational and uninterrupted. Yes? No? Yesterday's lecture also I heard Prabhuji's. He has explained about Ahaituki Bhakti without any expectation. He had told in that the definition of Bhakti through nectar of instruction. Anya Abhilashita Shunyam Jnanam Karma Adi Anavratam. Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. Shunyam means 0, right? Anya, other. Abhilasha means what? Desire. No other desire. Other than attaining the Supreme Lord, no other desire. Okay? Anya Bilashita Shunyam. Jnanam Karmam Adi Anavratam. For those people who are in Bhakti, no, all the rituals seem to be useless. But it's not said don't do rituals. Rituals should be done in akarma, in devotion. Devotional rituals we should do. What? Attending, doing the Mangalarati in the morning, Bhoga Arati, offering Bhoga. All these are the rituals in akarma. Okay, and apratihata, without any interruption. Anya bilashita sunyam jnana karma madi anavratam anukulina Krishna anushilanam. Anukula, pratikula. All of us know anukula means favorable. Pratikula means unfavorable. Anukulina Krishna anusilanam. Whatever is in favor of Krishna, anushilanam means follow that. Anushil, anusilanam. Follow it. Whatever is in favor of Krishna. That is the definition of Uttama Bhakti. Anukulena Krishna Anusilanam. Bhakti Uttama. That's the definition of Bhakti. So no other desire other than thinking of Krishna. Same in 10.9 and 10. Tesham satata yuktanam. Continuously glorify me. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Immerse yourself in glorification of mine. Stuti. Krishna himself says that. Okay, Mataji, what will happen if we do all these things? Prayojana, third knowledge. Prayojana is what will we get? Tesham evanukam partam aham ajnanajam tamaha, 10.11. Aham ajnanajtam chamaga om ajnanatimirandasya jnananjanashalakaya. We say, Bhagavan removes the darkness of ignorance from our mind. Ajnanatam tamaha. What does he do? Jnana deepena bhasvata, 10.11, right? He says, I remove the ignorance of darkness from your heart and light the knowledge of lamp in your heart. Don't you think these 4 shlokas are sufficient? Who am I? How to come to me too? Who am I? Relation, establishing the last relation. How to come to me too? 10.9 and 10.10. Then what is the use? Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojana. Okay, in this chapter, beautifully, he will once again explain how to strengthen this process. There he said, always glorifying me. Glorification is not possible for everybody unless and until we know about the Lord. How can we glorify? How many of us know the verse? How many of us know the shlokas, Vishnu Sahasranamam, etc.? Not possible for everybody. That is why the Lord is giving in the 13th chapter the knowledge how to come to him. Okay, the knowledge he gives in the form of 20 qualities, and once we imbibe these 20 qualities, that is easy for everybody. These 20 qualities are don't tell lie, things like that, don't have the pride, very easy, that is why he gives the knowledge. After telling how is bhakti, though he said bhakti is very simple, in 6 verse yesterday he told 12th chapter. First, what did he say? First, give the prayojana. What is that? Tesham aham samudrata mrityu samsara sagrat. Come to me. I will help you to cross this mrityu samsara. The mrityu samsara. What is mrityu samsara? Janma mrityu jara vyadi. We keep on coming, taking birth again and again. This material ocean is very big. How to cross it? He says, Tesham aham samudrata. I will help you to cross. What do you have to do? Teshamagam samudrata mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami nachirat partha maya veshita chetasam. Always remember me, always glorify me, always involve in my bhakti. But this may be very difficult for some. Because to start with what he says, Teshamagam samudrata mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami nachirat partha maya veshita chetasam. Mayeva mana adastva mayi buddhim niveshaya. Nivashishchasi mayeva ata urdhvam na samshayaka. So you have to always, this always is not possible for us, no? So in the next verse, what did he say? If you are not able to always remember me, abhyasa, you do the practice. Practice makes a man perfect. Okay. Third one, abhyasa pa asamarthosi. You are not able to do abhyasa also. Very difficult for you. No problem. What do? Mat karma paramo bhava. Do all the work for me. Even if you are not able to do the work for me in the 5th formula, what he says, okay, do the work for you. No problem. But keep me in the center. Not possible. Okay, no problem. Ataitatapya sartosi kartum matyo mahamashitaha. Sarva karma palatyagan. 6th one, very easy. Okay, 6th formula. He told, I think from 12.7, after that, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is 13th. What does he say in the 13th? Amadartamapi karmani. Okay, sarva karma palatyagan. That's it. Nothing you are able to do. He has simplified the bhakti. Beyond this, we can't simplify. Do all your work, take care of your family, do the physical karma, do the mental karma, slowly come to soul karma, 3 types of activities, pious activities, impious activity, sakama karma and vikarma. But don't do these 2. Do sakarma. What is it? Sarva karma palatyagan. Whatever you do, finally say Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. After you eat, enjoy food. Whether it is prasadam or not, we enjoy. After that, you simply say, okay, sorry Krishna, Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu. I ate what is not prasadam due to circumstance. Kale, deshe, patre. Okay, time. I had to do that. But Krishna, sorry, I need to maintain the body which you have given. So I ate food which is not offered to you. Say at least that. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Sarva Karma Palatyagan. So 6 activities he told yesterday. Do you first always remember me? Not possible. Do work in between, you remember me? Not possible. Try to do it. Even that is not possible. Do work for me, for my pleasure. Even if that is not possible, whatever you do, for effect, you surrender it to me. But we do, if it is something unfavorable to us, we surrender to him. Krishna, see, just because of you, I got this. If everything is favor to us, just because of my effort. Prakriti kriyamanani gunaya karmani sarvasha ahankara vimoodatma karta ahamiti manyate. 3.27 karta ahamiti manyate. Because of me, I did it. I achieved it. This is what we say, right? Okay. So after knowing what is bhakti, we will now go to 1 second. Where is it? Oh, 1 second, you give me. I don't know. I kept it ready, but I think, yeah, chapter 13. Now, oh, sorry. Sorry, give me 1 minute. Okay. So in this chapter, what Krishna does is, Krishna is, first Arjuna asked a question. Arjuna asked a question because yesterday Krishna explained so many things, right? So Arjuna is now perplexed. Okay, I can do all those things, but the thing is, I don't have the perfect knowledge. First of all, you tell me, what is this body all about? Order changed. Okay. Arjuna's question to Krishna. And now you just confirm whether you all are able to see the screen. Then I will proceed. And my volume also. When I was talking, was it okay for you? Okay, give me one thumbs up. Hare Krishna. Anybody can give me thumbs up so that my volume and my screen all are visible. Kshetra Vibhaga Yoga. So 6 questions Arjuna will ask now. Okay. So this is a question what I told. After learning about bhakti, why jnana is required. Okay. So people do in the first 6 chapter how to attain bhakti through karma. And then in the middle, he explains bhakti itself. And in the last 6, 13 to 18, he explains how to attain devotion through jnana. Okay, this is what jnana has its use in assisting our detachment from Maya, our attachment to Krishna. This is very important. Chick came first, egg came first. First, do we have to attach ourselves to Krishna, or Krishna will help us to detach so that we attach? Very simple. Simply start chanting. Automatically, attachment will come to you. Once the attachment comes, there is a vacuum, right? The vacuum will be filled with attachment only. No need to take extra effort to detach ourselves from Maya. Once this attachment to Krishna comes, automatically this attachment to Krishna fills a vacuum of detachment from Maya. Okay, so hence when we use knowledge as means to attain devotion, it becomes a part of bhakti. Bhakti yoga is very simple. Try to attach to Krishna. How? Through detachment. Abhyasepe asamarthosi mat karma paramo bhava. He said, no, if you are not able to practice, simply say, I am doing everything to you. Automatically the attachment will come. No, we all, if a child goes to school till the child comes back, the mother keeps on thinking about the child. What can I make for my child before he or she comes? Let me finish all my work so that when my child comes, I'm totally free. So this is a devotion towards your child. How did it come? When in his vacuum, when he's not at home, all the time you're thinking of Krishna. All the time you're thinking of your child. So automatically you do work for the child. You start thinking, if I do what, my child will be happy. Same way in Madhura Rasa, all Vrindavan Vasis, they were doing this only. Gopis were doing this only. When Krishna, Viraga Bhav, Gopis Viraga Bhav, I know that Viraga Bhav is the best. They say, Krishna, when you are with us, we don't enjoy that much. When you are not with us, we enjoy more than we enjoy with you. Because all the day we keep on thinking. When you are in front of us, we keep looking at you and we don't serve you. When you are not there, in your absence, we keep serving you. This is what gopis say. Okay. So in Viraha Bhav, okay, first verse, Arjuna is asking Krishna to explain. That is why it is jnana. Jnana, to accumulate jnana. But remember one thing, if bhakti comes, byproduct, devotion and detachment, vairagya, will automatically come. Liberation. We already, I told, remember, Bilva Mangalam Thakur says, I'm least bothered about the mukti. Why? If I do service to you, that bhakti will automatically, anyway, I will get mukti. Why? Because I do bhakti to you. So we don't have to, what we achieve, let that come first, then I will do the work. It's not, you give the award first, then I will work for, we say, no, we work hard. Then to prove that we deserve it, then we get the reward and award. Same way here. So the knowledge is very, very important to stay in ISKCON, to be always there in ISKCON. I am in ISKCON, he is in ISKCON. So is to perceive knowledge is very, very essential. So through Bhagavad Gita, we get this knowledge, and we should be very grateful to Arjuna. He asked all these questions. That question would not have come to our this limited understanding, right? Oh, see, he asked, what is Prakriti? What is material nature? What is Purusha? What is Kshetra? What is Kshetrajna? Kshetrajna means knower, knower. Okay, Kshetra is the body. Kshetra means actually Kshetram. We say, no, what is that, 108 Punya Kshetra, that Vishnu Stal Kshetra, we call it as. All the, we go, no, what is that, Dham Yatra, Kshetra, Kshetram. Actually, it is field. For the Atma, for the soul, what is the field? Soul is embodied in this body. So for the soul, this body is the field. Through this body only the soul can act. Why the soul has come here? To fulfill the desire of the previous birth. So how to fulfill it? It needs instrument. It needs a place to sit. Adhishtanam, karta, cha, karanam. Place, doer, and the instruments. Vividhaksha 18.14. Vividhaksha Cheshta. So much of endeavor we have to do. After doing everything also, after having instrument, plays, endeavors, everything on knowledge, everything also, someone has to say Tatastu Daivimcha Panchamam. So these 5 elements are very, very essential to achieve anything. So for the karma also, to fulfill the desire for which the karma has taken this human body, one field is essential. That field is this material body. This material body is made up of 25 elements. We have already learnt it. What are those 25 elements? 5 Pancha Mahabhuta, 5 Karmendriya, 5 Jnanendriya, 5 Tanmatra, the characteristics of the Pancha Mahabhuta. Example, space, hearing. Chakshu, seeing. So 4 5 are 20. 21, 22, 23 are very subtle. Man, Buddhi, Ahankar. Okay, very subtle. Then comes the soul, 24th element. 25th element, the Paramatma, Sarvasya Chagam, Gridi Sannivishtogi, is sitting in everybody's heart. So 25 elements. So what is material nature? Material nature is the Prakriti, and Kshetra is the body. Who is the actual enjoyer is the Purusha. We don't enjoy. That is what the knowledge we have to. We say, no, I am not the soul, I am the body. Sorry, I am not the body, I am the soul. Dehinosmi neta dehi. Soul is embodied inside this body in order to enjoy. That is why the soul desires. So it sees the material nature. Wow, this farmhouse is so beautiful. I want to own a farmhouse like this so that I can enjoy. Okay, so the soul is the enjoyer. We should know that. Body does not enjoy. Body is perishable. The eternal Jiva. That's why the 5 subject matter of Bhagavad Gita. What is it? Prakriti, Jiva, Purusha. First is Purusha, then Jiva, then Prakriti, then Karma and Kala. 2K, Karma and Kala. Karma, we do karma to enjoy. Without doing karma, how can we enjoy the material nature? Okay, so the body is the field for the soul to act and fulfill the desires of the previous birth, for which the soul has taken this body. I hope you are able to understand Kshetra. Kshetrajna, who knows the body? Who knows about the body? The soul, the Jiva. Jiva knows. See, if the consciousness is not there, will we come to know it is hard? Will we come to know it is cold? Touch the heat, fire. Cooker burnt you. So what happens? We say, I'm able to feel the heat. How? Because the consciousness there in this body. The Jiva is there in this body. The soul is embodied in this body. Otherwise, how will we come to know? So, Kshetrajna. Who is the knower? Who is the observer? The soul. But in the 3rd verse, Krishna says, Apicha. I also know about this body. So that means there are 2 knowers. See, the soul knows, we know very well, consciousness. Apicha, I am also. So whenever it is said also, there exists something. So soul knows, I also know. Who is this I also know? Super soul, Paramatma, a part and parcel of Bhagavan, minute particle of Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. Kshirodakshaya Vishnu enters every body as Paramatma. Okay, so what is the knowledge? What is the knowledge we are supposed to know? Jnana Yoga. Krishna has told in 6 chapters about the knowledge. What is the knowledge we are supposed to know? Arjuna is asking Krishna. Then, what is the object of knowledge? See, there will be one object. See, if you have to know how time works, there will be an object to measure the time. Without that, we cannot measure it. Same way in science, so many science things you can take. See, some chemical knowledge you have to attain. What is it? Knowledge. So all the chemicals are there. And what is the objective? If you mix this chemical with this is a ultimate outcome. This is the output we come to know. So what is that? We have to know about it. Gayam. What is the goal of the knowledge? Goal of the knowledge is to know Paramatma is in everybody's heart. Generally, before coming to ISKCON, we all would have said, no, I don't know to specially worship. I don't know to specially go to temple. I know myself that Lord resides. I am not this body. I am the soul. I don't want to harm anybody. That is sufficient for me. There is nothing. So I believe that Bhagavan is everywhere. That is Brahman realization. Bhagavan is everywhere. He is in the form of light. He is in the form of water, everything, etc. That is only Brahman realization. That's the first level of realization. Beyond that, when we go, who is this Brahman? Who has given us everything? Who is notifying everything? Why did we get this body? To fulfill the desire. How did these desires were known to whom? And see, such a true follower of me, he has given this body to fulfill my desire. Who is that? That knowledge is second realization. That is Paramatma realization. The third one is Bhagavan. Janmadasya yatonvayati, sitting in one place, he, at his glance, the entire universe is created. One who strongly believes and who follows, they are in Bhagavan realization. So 3 types of realization. Okay, Hare Krishna, because if this chart is not understandable, then it's very difficult to proceed. That's the reason I took a lot of time. Arjuna asked 6 questions. Explain me Prakriti. Prakriti is the whole nature what we enjoy. You go in a flight, we enjoy the flight. How did that come? Because the material came from the material nature. The material to make the plane, the knowledge to make the plane. That's what Vividashcha, I told you 18.14. Adhishtanam, Karta, Karanam, instruments. Vividachas Cheshta. So the endeavors, people did hard work to find out the flight. Wright brothers, the first one, where from they took the knowledge. Oh, when these birds are able to fly, there is something which we can also make to fly. So who gave them that knowledge? Finally, the Bhagavan. They got it from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He gave the Tastu, the Paramatma sanctioned their wish when they wanted to make something which can fly like birds. Okay, so who is enjoying? The self is enjoying. This body does not enjoy anything. The jiva is enjoying. That is Brahman. And the Brahman is resided in this body, which is made up of 25 elements. And who knows all these things, that this body is made up of all these things, etc. Who knows? 2 people know. One is the soul. Another one is the super soul. Super soul knows not only about this body, about every single entity. Chara Achara, super soul knows, but our soul, the Jiva, knows only about our body. If I touch the heat, if I get a boil, I only will know how much it pains. If I touch a heat, I only will know it is hot. Sitting a person near me, they'll be thinking, what happened to her? Suddenly she's shouting. They will not realize. Then later they turn and see, oh, it's burnt. They realize. But the Paramatma knows what the other soul is sitting near me and thinking. Some soul maybe, nice happened. One day she scolded me, no, that is why she got burnt. Nice happened. So the Paramatma sitting in the next soul, in the next body, knows, oh, this soul is thinking very bad things about another entity. He notes down immediately. Who notes down? Paramatma. So he says, I am also the knower. So two knowers in our body. One is a jiva, one is a soul. That is the only till the Brahman realization. That is the everything is created out of some energy. But the Paramatma realization, people know he is also a knower, but about every living entity. What is the knowledge we are supposed to get? This knowledge is given in 13.8 to 13.12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 shlokas gives us the process, jnanam, what knowledge we are supposed to get. Geyam, what is the ultimate object of the knowledge, ultimate goal of the knowledge. That is realization of Bhagavan. That is a realization of Paramatma, the soul. Okay, so the 6 questions are over. In first 2 verses, Arjuna is asking 6 things. First, Bhagavan tells us about the knower of the knowledge. Knower. Okay. Kshetrajna. Kshetrajna cha apimam. Just now I said, I also know. Cha means also. Mam means I. I also know. Vidhi means no. So he says, there is one more knower. Who is he? That is also me. So, Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarvakshetreshu bharata kshetra kshetnagnyayor jnanam yattaj jnanam matam mama. Tajnanam matam mama. That is my opinion. Matam mama, my opinion. What is my opinion? You should understand that I am also the knower in all the bodies. And to understand this body and its owner is called the real knowledge. All the PhD, I have done PhD in physics, science, medical, doctor, engineer. All this knowledge are not the real knowledge. What is the real knowledge? Because of whose presence in you, you got this degree. Because of whose presence in you, you got this knowledge. That is me. So one who understands that I also know everything about what you think, everything about what you desire. Okay, in Kali Yuga, there are good things. Though it is Kali Yuga, don't think Kali Yuga has only bad things. Kali Yuga had very, very two good things. What is that? See, sitting here, I want to go and visit a temple in New York, where the first temple which was established by Srila Prabhupada. But I may not be able to travel. But that simple thought that I want to see that temple itself will give you the mercy of seeing that. Srila Prabhupada will bless you. Okay, somewhere or the other, you will see that. Sometime, time comes. Okay, so like that, Srila Prabhupada tells, what is it? In Kali Yuga, only the good thought itself is sufficient, not to go and perform. I want to go for Bhagavatam Katha. I'm not able to, but I want to go. Deep desire. The desire is sufficient. You will get the punya of in Kali Yuga. That's very, very, very important. At the same time, reverse. You want to do anything bad? Unless and until you do it, that bad will not give you the impact. It is good, no? It is good. But in other yugas, it was not like that. But in Kali Yuga, these are the two things. That is why Parikshit Maharaj gave Kali also to stay. Kali asked Parikshit Maharaj, that's why we got the Bhagavatam. Parikshit Maharaj, when he was going, he saw Kali and he told, go away, leave my country and go. Kali said, no, I have already come. When Krishna left Dwapara Yuga, I have entered. But give me any 2 places. Okay, I'm okay. Some other time I'll discuss about this. So that is the 4 places he gave. What is it? The 4 regulative principles. Wherever 4 regulative principles are not followed, those places Kali will be sitting. Okay, Hare Krishna. So these all are the material nature. Sky, water, earth, fire, heat, light, all the Lord has given. Isn't it? That is the creation of the Lord. So in the 5th verse, he says that knowledge of field of activities and of the knower of the activities is described by various sages. Where? In the scriptures. That is why we have to follow the scriptures, Vedic writings. It's especially presented in Vedanta Sutra. After writing all the Vedas, Vyasadeva was not satisfied. He wrote so many Vedas, I mean 4 Vedas he compiled, then that 18 Puranas and Vedanta Sutras. Then finally Narada Muni told, you have given all the rules and regulation. You can't be happy. You have to speak about the Lord. Unless and until you speak about the Lord, your grievance will not go. That is why you are very, like Trasta. He told, in fact, Vedavyasa told Narada Muni, why I am not feeling satisfied? So Narada told, you write Bhagavatam, talk about the Lord. Bhagavad Gita, the Lord speaks. But in Bhagavatam, it is spoken about the Lord and his devotees. That's why we should read Bhagavatam. Okay, Hare Krishna. This we have already learned in this slide. The initial understanding is Kavo Pivo Ash Karo. Yes, I am very happy. Beyond that, no realization. There is a soul in me. No prana is required for living. No understanding, nothing. We are happy with what we eat, and that there ends our understanding. That jnana. That means it's Annamaya level. That is, this is the first sleep, the bodily level of understanding. Then the prana understanding. No. I have 10 different kinds of air circulating in my body. So that prana is very, very essential. If the prana goes, means the jiva goes. So that understanding, there's a prana in me. That prana is the jiva. Second understanding, then we go to the mind level. Then we go to the jnana level. Vijnana, jnana and vijnana. Jnana is mind level. Vijnana is the realized knowledge. The vast difference between knowledge and realized knowledge. Whatever we read, whatever we hear, whatever we see is not the knowledge. The real knowledge is the understandable knowledge, transcendental knowledge. Real knowledge is the realized knowledge. Tattvavid visa, tadviddi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upateshanti te jnanam jnani na tattvadarshinaha. Tattvadarshina. Who are the tattvadarshis? The acharyas. They are that is why we say they are the self-realized souls. They know the tattvas, not we. 25 tattva. They have understood about every tattva. This body is made up of 25 elements. Just now I said. That knowledge is Vijnanamaya knowledge. Then after that, there's nothing is left to know. Krishna told in so many chapters. You remember 7th chapter, he told Maya Veshamana Maya Veshyata Chetasam. Now I am telling you, Shunu, listen about the knowledge. He explained all about material knowledge. In 9th chapter, again he said, Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitramidam Uttamam. This is a king of all knowledge. What is a king of all knowledge? Finally, Yoma Mevama Sammudo. Last but one verse in the 9th chapter, Yoma Mevama Sammudo Jnanati Purushottamam. One who knows about me, my transcendental nature. Because of me, this entire material has been created. One who knows, he knows the most secret knowledge. 9th chapter. So he keeps on giving. So after understanding everything, only now I have to work at the soul level. Physical level, first 2. Okay, physical activities. Then comes the mind level. That is the jnana. Then these two, from jnana we have to proceed to vijnana, realized knowledge. From knowledge to realized knowledge. Last is the tattva jnana. That is the anandamaya, bliss. Okay, that is the bliss. Fine. Okay, this we have seen in other 2 chapters also we saw. And this also we saw. Very easy to what? First we have to control our senses. Senses are compared to the horses, and the mind and the reins are compared to the, and what is that? Mind, and the who has held it? Intelligence. Then a person who is sitting behind is the soul. Okay, so and if we start from the gross to the subtle, we can. So the first 2 activities, as I told, related to the mind and the senses. Then the second, vijnana, that is intelligence level. Intelligence should have the ability to control the mind. We saw it 3.42. You remember Indriya Param Nyakur Indriyebhya Param Manaka. See, this physical body is of no use. It's a gross matter. It is made up of gross matter, of no use. Unless and until the soul enters the body. So that is what Indriyanin Paranyagur Indriyebhya Param Manaha. Manasastu Para Buddhi. Ye Buddhiye Saha. That is you, Krishna, soul. Okay, so from senses to mind, mind to gross body to senses, senses to mind, mind to buddhi, buddhi to soul. We have to keep on growing. We have to keep on going inwardly. Outwardly, detachment will automatically come. No need to take extra effort to detach ourselves from the material nature. Go inside, from outside. Detachment. Okay, so the 5 great elements, I have explained so many times this. So just see 5 great elements: Pancha Mahabhuta, Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, and Pancha Tanmatra, all 20 elements. Then intelligence, mind, and false ego. Then finally we go to the, these all are considered in summary to be the field of activity. So this body, field of activity is considered to be these many things. 25 elements I told, 4 5s are 20, then 3 subtle, 20 plus 3, 23, the soul 24th, the Paramatma 25th. So this body is made up of all these things. So this is what Kshetra. So Kshetra question has been answered. Kshetra, first he will answer. See, 2K, remember like that. Okay, 2P, 2K, and finally 2J. So 2P are Purusha and Prakriti. Prakriti is a material nature. Purusha is the enjoyer of the material nature. 2 Purushas are there. One is the soul and the Atma and Paramatma, Anu Atma and Vibhu Atma. 2 enjoyers in this body. Body is made up of 25 elements. That is Kshetra. So Kshetra and Kshetrajna. Then we go to K, 2K. 2K is Kshetra and Kshetrajna. Then we saw Prakriti and Purusha. We have already seen. Now, after knowing everything, finally we will go to the Gayam. And Gayam is the ultimate object of the knowledge. Now, from 8th verse onwards, we are going to Jnana. Okay, last 2J. 2P, Purusha Prakriti. 2K, Kshetra, Kshetrajna. Then comes 2J, Jnanam and Gayam. Jnanam is the knowledge. Gayam is the object of knowledge. So in the next to 12th verse, 18 to 12, Krishna gives the Jnanam. I think we can skip, because that is why I keep requesting you all to join the verse session. When we recite the verses, from 6:30 to 7 o'clock, we read the translation also, we read the verse also. If I read very fast the verse also, there will be no point. So in the next slide, every word is explained. Say, for example, Amanitvam, Adambitvam, Ahimsa. We all know what is Ahimsa, non-violence, that simplicity. Like that, in the next slide, it is explained very beautifully. So directly we will go to the next slide. Same slide. In columnar form, it is explained. Okay. So see, I told Amanitvam, Adambitvam, Ahimsa, Kshantirarjavam, Acharyopasanam, Shaucham, Stairam, Atma Vinigraha. What is in bracket? I was reading. Indriyarthur Vairagyam, Anahankara. Okay, so like that. So we will see only this tabular column, easy to understand. Amanitvam and Adambitvam, not to be very anxious to have satisfaction of being honored. I. Prakriti Kriyamanani, Ahankara Vimudatma. Just now I said, no, I need to be honored. Oh, I went to their house. They didn't even ask me to come inside and sit there. Or we went to a wedding. That person who was serving, he didn't ask me only. He asked my neighbor this side, left, right, and he neglected me. We all used to have this. Everybody grows like that only. That is why the Lord says, Ajnana is not a disqualification. Those who have ajnana, those who do not have these knowledge, are known as ajnanis. We should have compassionate for them. In Nectar of Devotion and all, so beautifully it is explained. We have to have compassionate for those who are below us, in the sense neophyte devotees. We should have compassionate. Why these souls are not able to understand Krishna? Like that we should think. Okay, so that is ignorance is a bliss, we call, no? Ignorance is bliss. Why? Because from ignorance only, ajnanati mirandasya jnananjana shalakaya. Krishna told in 10th chapter also, I light the lamp of knowledge, jnana deepena bhasvata. So ignorance is actually a qualification. But once we know about the soul and the Paramatma, from ignorance we will grow towards light. Adambitva, no pridelessness. Understanding you are not the body. Anything happening to this body, why we say they did not recognize this body? I'm the soul. I have to go above this level. That our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, no, Trinadapi Shuni Chena, Tarorapi Sagishnuna, Amanadena Manadina, Kirtaniya Sadagari. See, I'm none. I am, I'm less than the blade of grass. Grass, what happens? You keep walking, it falls down, again it comes back. Falls down, some other person walks, falls down, again it comes back. For that grass, there is no eye at all. Okay. Trinada Pichuni Chena, Taror Api Sagishnuna. That tree, like a tree, we should have the Sagishnata. What is Sagishnata? To bear. That is, I am not everything. I don't need any pride. I don't need that anything for myself. That is like tree. We throw the stone. What do we get? Fruit. Tree does not throw stone back at us unless and until you throw and stand, go and stand below the stone. Where it comes, at that ultimate destination of the stone, you go and stand, it will come on you. Otherwise, trees are so blissful. You shake the tree like anything, they give lot of fruits. You cut the tree does not tell you anything. Oh, you cut me, he will not say anything. But the environment will be, the material nature we are spoiling. Right? Okay. So ahimsa, non-violence. In Kali Yuga, just now I told you, do something, himsa to others, the benefit, that sin will not come to you unless until you go and do it. So it doesn't mean that with our heart and mind, we will keep on thinking for bad only others, thinking it's not going to give me any sin. Not that way. That is what the Paramatma is sitting and notifying. Are we doing it deliberately or because of the soul desires? Automatically it came. Okay, that is also there. Paramatma notes down everything. Tolerance, again, Trinadapi Shurichena. Like the tree, make me tolerant like the tree. Trinadapi Shunichena, Tarorapi Sahishnuna. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's only 8 Ashtakam. That is 8 verses. Shishtashtakam, 1 Ashtakam is there. All others, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only destroyed because he wanted to give the okay, that is another story. One of the devotee thought that Prabhu has also written, I have also written, what will happen to mine? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, if mine exists only, it will happen. No, I'm throwing everything. He threw it in water so that my devotee Shastra exists. This is what is Krishna's compassion towards his devotee. So that is why we also show compassion to devotees who do not have the right knowledge. Who are equal to us, we should create mitrata, maitri. Maitri, karuna, mudita. Karuna for compassion is for people who are less than us. Maitri for equal. Mudita, respect for people who are above us. That is Uttamadhikari. Devotees are divided into 3. Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama. Okay, Hare Krishna. Cleanliness, Shaucham. Here we don't talk about only external cleanliness, internal cleanliness. Purity comes from charity, chanting. Purity comes from chanting. The more we chant, Kama, Krodha, Moha, Lobha, Mada, Matsarya, all are eradicated from our heart. How? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Loudly when we chant, Krishna goes through the ears, goes to the heart, sit there with the beautiful verse in Bhagavatam. Sunauti Shamalam Krishna Shalilaste Yatashrata. Through the years, Krishna goes, Sharad Ritu Kitara, that autumn season, spring season, what happens? All the old leaves goes and new leaves come. So it is compared in Bhagavatam, Shunati Shalilam, that autumn, like autumn, all the old leaves, thoughts, everything, Papa, what is there in our heart will go. Because Dunauti Shalilam, Krishna is sitting there and cleaning our heart with the brush. Okay, Bhagavatam verse, it's a real beautiful verse. So what we glorify the Lord, our ear should give. That is why it is Shravanam Kirtanam. Always Shravanam and Kirtanam. But when we do Shravanam, when we do Kirtanam, automatically Shravanam comes. But sound came first, you know. Came from the space, Om. So Shravanam came first. Then we speak. So hearing ability came. That is the reason we are able to speak. Nothing goes inside. What will we speak? The patra is empty. Something has to enter, no to say. Okay? Hare Krishna. Steadiness. So coming to bhakti is easy. To stay in bhakti is difficult. That is why Krishna is giving this knowledge. These all are the knowledge through which we can reach the Lord's abode. So simple they are. Why can't be ahimsa? Why can't we follow? Why can't be simple? Why can't we be tolerant? Very easy. Practice. Abhyasa epyasa marto. See, in 12th chapter he told, well, if you are not able to practice, do things for me. So even if you do something wrong, at least we should have the, thought to ask for excuse. Keep asking, keep asking, keep asking. Krishna is merciful. One day he will give us that knowledge with which we will not even do that thing at all, for which we have to ask for forgiveness. Okay? Yes. Stairyam. Stairyam means determination. But that Arjuna asked in 6th chapter, you remember, Krishna mind is very difficult to control. What did Krishna answer? 6.35, Krishna answered, Samshay Mahabhago, no doubt in that, mind is very difficult to control. Abhyasebhya and Vairagyena Chagrahyate, with the detachment and practice, you will get it. He told determination, steadiness. Then Atma Vinigraha. Atma Vinigraha, self-control. Just now we saw in the horse picture. Self-control comes from by controlling the senses first. Don't go inside and try to control the mind. Not possible. First control the senses. Indriyarteshu vairagyam. Not to cater to unnecessary. Mind will keep on asking. Sugar patient, keep on asking. Tongue. Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam. Right? We have to control the mind and the tongue and udaraprastha, genitals. 3 are in the same line. If these 3 we control, everything else we can control. Okay. So now we have to control our senses. Anahankaro. Oh, anahankaro is as, we all are Jivera Swarupa Hoye Krishnera Nitya Dasa. If that comes, how will we have that ahankara? I'm none. I'm only Krishna's servant. That's what is Krishna. I am Krishna's servant. What is it? Jivera Swarupa Hoye Krishnera Nitya Dasa. Dasa is servant. So false ego will go if we think I am Krishna's servant. If we have to do something which we don't like, Krishna, I am only your servant. You only wanted this to happen. It's okay. Maybe this happened because something else is waiting. You have in store for me good things. Like that. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Doshana Darshanam. So once we follow, what will happen? We will be away from Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. We don't have to take birth also. If we take birth only, we have to go through what? Deginosmin Yatadege Kaumaram Yavanam Jara. All these stages we have to go through. If the soul enters this body, if the soul does not enter, if the soul enters here about, I don't have to take birth again. Okay, detachment, just now I told. And this is also very, very important. That is, Anabhishwanka Putra Dara Grahadishu. My wife, my child, my family, mine, etc. This is the 16th one. The 16th one is actually the prime thing. First thing we have to try to achieve the 16th one. What is the 16th one? It is the definition of bhakti. The definition of bhakti is, one second, I'll take the verse and tell you. That is Ahaituki. Just now I told, I wrote in the chat also. Do you remember? In the chat I wrote, that is Bhaktir Avyabhicharini. That's a 16th quality. Bhaktir Avyabhicharini, unalloyed devotional service. Vyabhicharini. Who is a Vyabhicharini? Who spends life with everybody. Right? So bhakti is not worshipping all the gods, demigods, etc. Bhakti is only worshipping Krishna. Avyabhicharini bhakti. I mean, unoscillating bhakti. Today I worship Wednesday I worship Ganesha. Thursday I worship Sai Baba. Friday I worship Durga. Saturday I worship Shani Bhagavan or Bajrang Bali. Like that. No. Avyabhicharini bhakti. Unalloyed bhakti. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavartam. Just now I told, Prabhuji yesterday told the verse, Anya abhilashita shunyam. No other desire of worshipping anybody else. Only you. So that is the 16th quality. 17 and 18 are the second one. First we have to obtain 16. How can we obtain this 16th quality? Vivikta desha sevitvam aratirjana samsadi. So if we come under the, who is that? Our acharyas. If we become, if we accept a guru, okay, then these other knowledge will come to us. Where is it? First one, amanitvam adamitvam agimsa kshantir arjavam acharya upasanam. 13.8. Acharya upasanam. We should surrender to the lotus feet of the Acharya. Then the Acharya, if he gives this knowledge, it will come. With our own endeavor, if we try, we cannot achieve this knowledge. So first we should have the unalloyed devotion. How can we get the unalloyed devotion? By surrendering to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. Now these are the 18 to 12 is the Abhideya process. That is the knowledge, Jnanam. What is left now? Gayam is left. Gayam is the ultimate object of the knowledge. So what is the object of the knowledge? Knowable. What is the knowable? Knowable is the Brahman, the spirit, beginningless and endless, lies beyond the cause of all causes. So there is another knowledge which lies beyond this Brahman realization. So that's what I told. First, it's Brahman realization. The material nature is the Shakti. That Shakti is somebody has provided, and that is the Brahma Jyoti. So I am here to enjoy this material nature. That's only Brahman realization. Beyond that, Paramatma realization. So whatever I enjoy, whatever I desire to enjoy, there is one person sitting in my heart, noting it down. Okay, he will help me to Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi, come again and again and again to enjoy my, fulfill my desire rather, to enjoy the material nature. So what is the root cause to overcome this bandhan? Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi, Janma Karma Chamedi Vyam Yevam Yo Veti Tattvataha. One point of realization, that is, come to my abode. Then you will never come back. Okay. So what is that realization? The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the cause of all causes. There is no cause beyond him. There is no cause equal to him. Cause and effect. Okay. Hare Krishna. Very nice. Okay. Now the super soul. Super soul. About super soul, yes, to tell us. No. That is that only then we will be able to come to that level. If you want to learn about medicals, the medical knowledge comes in a book. We have to learn about that. Once you learn all the knowledge, you can be called as a doctor. So we need to know about the super soul. What is the role of the super soul in our body? Soul and super soul have the same role. But the soul has got one false eye. Because of that false eye, the soul thinks, I want to enjoy. I am the proprietor. That comes. But in Paramatma, Parama is the Amsha of the Bhagavan. So the I factor is not there in Paramatma. And the same Paramatma lives in everybody's heart. So why there will be I? For him, everybody is the I. This is the only difference. Soul and super soul. All are Mamevamsho Jivaloke Jivabhuta Sanatanaga. Krishna says, you all are my part and particles. Then why do we think bad for others? Why do we do bad for others? Because of the I factor. He has given the free will to think like I am the soul. That is the only. Once we realize that I am the soul, that is Vijnana level, we will never think anything for ourselves. Isn't it? We will start realizing the super soul in our heart. If we want something also, no, immediately we overcome. Krishna, you know everything. To that level we have to. How does he know? He knows because he is residing in us. Sarvendriyan gunabhasam sarvendriya vivarjitam asattam sarva brachayitva nirgunam guna bhoktritcha. Bhoktritcha. The super soul is the original source of all senses. Yet, he is without senses. That's the difference between soul and the super soul. He is unattached, but the soul is attached. How? My husband, my son, my daughter, my grandchildren, it is attached. But the super soul is unattached. Although he is the maintainer of all living things, everybody is attached to him, he is not attached. Why? Samogam sarveshu bhuteshu name dveshu stina priyaga. He says in the 9th chapter, he told, Samogam sarva bhuteshu. Everybody is equal to me. Name dvesho na asti priyaga. Nobody is my enemy. Nobody is my friend. Everyone is equal to me. Okay? Although he is the maintainer of all living things, beings, he transcends the mode of nature, and at the same time, he is a master of all modes of material nature. Why? He is the master, he is the creator, he has created the material nature. Material nature has given birth to 3 gunas. It is imbibed. Material nature comes with it, comes with bag and baggage. 3 gunas come, and we all act according to 3 gunas. Just now I told Prakrite Kriyamanani. Same one more verse will come in the next slides. I'll explain there also. Karta akamiti manyate, we think. Okay, we don't, that is because of the gunas. Prakrite kriyamanani. Because we are attached with the material nature, which has got the 3 modes in it. Sattva-raja, tamo. He is the master of all modes, but the Lord is, though he is a creator, above the modes. The supreme truth exists both internally and externally. In the moving and non-moving, he is beyond the power of material senses to see or to know, although far and very near. So beautiful it is. Internally and externally. The Lord lives externally also. How? How the Lord lives externally? The Paramatma, when he lives inside, he is Paramatma. He is our Adi Guru. Okay, he controls us. But he has given the freedom for the soul to be controlled by itself, which controls the body, soul. And outside, when the same Paramatma wants to guide us outside also, that is why he comes in the form of a Chaitya Guru. He comes in form of Acharya. So inside Chaitya Guru comes as our spiritual master. Outside. Narsimha Arati we all pay na Antar Bahir. Bahiranga, that we say Narsimha Bhagavan lives inside also, outside also. So the super soul lives inside Sarvasya Chakam Hridi Sannivishto. He is there in everybody's heart. Outside, he lives as a Guru for us. And he is beyond the power of material senses to see, to know. See, he lives and he knows the past and the future, and he controls the present. There's no present, as I told. The difference between the past and the future itself is a fraction of a second. Present is over. Present moment is over. Anything, like we can't touch the same running water again. Run away. You can't go and touch it again. Same way. So present is the just blinking time difference between the past and the future is present. So for Krishna, he says, for he knows everything. Past, future, he knows. And he stays far. Where does he say? Where is his Goloka? He stays in the Goloka. He expands in the form of 4-armed Vishnu. He expands at Purusha Avatara, Kshirodakshaya, Garbhodakshaya, and Karnodakshaya. I went reverse. Kshirodakshaya in us, Garbhodakshaya Brahma. He gives birth to every living entity through Brahma, through the Maya. He had given Shakti, that power of, creating these bodies. Then Karnodakshaya sits in Karna ocean, just opens his eyes or breathe out, the universes are created. So he's far away, he is very near to all. The supreme truth exists, both in turn, same verse, right? Okay. He is the source of all light. in all luminous objects. How we want to see, we want to see. In front of me, maybe my grandchildren are sitting. I may see he is in them. So for me, Krishna is in the form of my grandchildren. You see a light, you see Krishna is the light. You see sun, you see the heat is Krishna. You see moon, the coolness is Krishna. You see prasadam. Krishna is in the form of prasadam because the grains are produced by rain. Rain comes by yajna. Yajna is offered to Krishna. So what yajna we offered, Krishna has given us this grain. Okay, Brahma Arpanam Brahmagavir Brahmaknav Brahmanahutam. And he is the source of light in illuminous object, beyond the darkness of matter. And he is unmanifested and manifested also. He is in the form of material nature in the manifested form. In unmanifested form, he is in Bhagavan feature. He is the object of knowledge. So the super soul is the object of knowledge. He is none other than the Bhagavan, he himself. He is the goal of the knowledge. So Gayam and Gayam is the super soul, object of knowledge. Or Jnanam and Gayam. Jnanam is the Amanitvam, Madambitvam, Ahimsa, Kshantira, Arjavam, 13.8 to 12 is the Jnanam. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thus the field of activities, the body, knowledge, and the noble have been summarily described to you. So now, Prakriti Purusha Visa, Prakriti is a material nature, two Purusha, two enjoyer. Jnanam is the process of knowledge. Gayam is the super soul. And in between we have two, K. Kshetra and Kshetrajna. Kshetra is this body. Kshetrajna is the knower of the body. Two knowers of the body. One is the soul and the super soul. So I have explained everything to you, Krishna is saying, Arjuna. So, okay. Now, Karya Karana Kartritve Ketu Prakritir Uchyate Purusha Sukha Dukkana Bhoktritva Ketu Uchyate. Even in yesterday's chapter, you might have learned to know a person who is in devotion. How do we identify him? He is equipoised. Samadukka, Shito, Ushna, he is equipoised. So here also the nature is said to be the cause of all material activities, whereas the living entity is the cause of the various suffering and enjoyment in this world. Suffering and enjoyment depends on our mental status. Same suffering as I told, rain may be a pain in one region, may be a pleasure in other region. So it is adhyatmic klesha. This papa, punya, happiness, sadness comes from our atma, mind creates. Okay, this is what the verse. Purusha prakriti stohi. This prakriti is embodied in this body. Purusha, the soul is embodied in this body. Purusha prakriti stohi. Bhungte prakriti dhyan gunan. Bhungte, enjoyed. Okay, how? Karanam guna sangasya, because we are in association with guna. Same prakriti kriyamanani gunaiya karmani sarvasha. Here, karanam, why are we guna? Because of the three modes of material guna. We feel that this is good, this is bad. We feel this is hot, this is what is that? Hot and cold, like that. Jnanis, how are they able to live in the Himalayas without even in this chill, cold? Why? Because they are beyond all this cold and heat, etc. Okay? Sadasat. Yoni Janmasu. Yoni means living entities. These living entities, he meets good and bad because we are in this body. We come out of the bodily concept. For us, then nothing is cold or hot, or sad or pain or pleasure, I can say. The living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life. What the material modes of nature do. See, same person in the morning, very peaceful. Night, hote, he becomes very aggressive. Because night, tamoguna. The people say, na, tamoguna havi ho gaya uske upar. So that means he is now influenced by the tamoguna. Early morning satoguna. In the afternoon, passion. We are in the process of completing everything. We are in passion. Okay, Hare Krishna. So every living entity meets all this. This is very important. Upadrishtanam antashcha bharta bhokta mageshwara paramatmeti chapyukto dehe asmin purushastitaka. Dehe yata dehe. So many times we have seen. Dehe asmin purushastitaka. In this body, one Purusha is residing. Who is that Purusha? That is the transcendental enjoyer. That is the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of Super Soul. Yet, in this body, another. In the third verse also he told, Mam chapi mam cha. I also enjoy this body, he said. Here he is saying another enjoyer in this body, the supreme proprietor who exists as the overseer. He will not interfere in anything. He will keep on watching. Soul is also the same, but the soul is subject to false ego and free will. So the soul feels like eating the fruit of the tree, and the other Paramatma is sitting, the another bird is sitting and watching the fruit, watching the bird, thinking how much this soul is enjoying the fruit. Behind the hunter is standing to kill. It doesn't even know about it, enjoying the fruit. That's what is happening in us. We, soul, keep desiring without knowing when is this human body is going to, when the soul is going to leave the human body. Mrityu is standing right in front. We don't know. Shmashana Vairagya. We think as if Yudhishthira told, people think as if they are going to live forever. That is the one surprising thing to me. Only then Yaksha left him. He gave him the permission to drink the water, if you remember. So Yudhishthira also told, Shmashana Vairagya. People think that they are going to live permanently without even realizing. One who understands this philosophy. Which philosophy? Super soul is the actual enjoyer. He will only oversee. It is for me to understand the knowledge of chapter 18 to 12th verse and to perform it. Then the super soul will really understand that soul is endeavoring. I need to help this soul. So it sees the endeavorness. That's why we say, Tesham, what is that? What is that verse? You take one step, I will take the 99 step. Krishna says, like seeing your endeavor, I will come to help you. Samogam sarve bhuteshu name dveshusti na priyaha. Ebajanti tu mam bhaktya. However you endeavor, maiteteshu chapyagam, I will also come. You keep one step, I will come. One. We will meet on the middle. Okay. One who understands this philosophy. I hope you understand what this philosophy is. The living entity and the interaction of the modes of nature is sure to attain liberation. So the Lord will help us to overcome these three modes of material nature. Once we understand the Paramatma is inside. I keep telling you, remember, with our senses, we try Nama, Krishnadi, Namadi, name, etc. We try to understand with this brain, we can't. So we need to understand with the understanding of the Lord. Okay. Atat Shri Krishna Namadi Nabhavid Grakyam Indriyahi. Sevin Mukhehi Jigvado. The more you glorify the Lord will help to purify our senses. Ebajanti. That's what. Same verse. Okay. Sevin Mukhehi Jigvado Swayam Yevas Pratyathaga. I will give you the understanding, the Lord says. He will not take birth again and again once you understand. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi se Chutkara Milega. Some perceive the super soul within themselves through meditation, that is Dhyana Yoga. Some perceive it through cultivation of knowledge, that is Jnana Yoga. Keep studying the Vedantas, etc. Then you realize super soul. But some do with karma, do more work. The more we do, the more purification takes place. The more heart is cleansed, because every time we do, we surrender the effect of that karma to Krishna. So our mind is getting purified from kama, krodha, moha, lobha, mada, matsarya. Okay, so some perceive devotion through meditation, Dhyana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga. Some perceive through cultivation of knowledge, Jnana Yoga. Some perceive through Karma Yoga, fruitive activities. That is activities which are prescribed by the Vedas. Okay, Hare Krishna. Again, there are those who, although non-conversant in spiritual knowledge, begin to worship. Krishna keeps on saying, don't believe me, Baba. Simply start. Worship the Supreme Person upon hearing about him from others. You keep hearing, start believing. Krishna has given me this electricity. Krishna gave me this internet for my classes. Krishna gave me this opportunity today to take this class, to sit in front of everybody, to learn together with other devotees. Okay, so this is what the understanding we need. Who is giving this understanding? This is a Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya Yoga is numbers. Numbers means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, 25 elements. This body is made up of 25 elements. This knowledge, Kapila Devi is giving Devahuti, his mother. Okay, Devahuti is his mother. O chief of Bharata, whatever you see in the existence, both moving and non-moving, is only my combination of the field of activity. You are able to see, we are able to understand science. Why? Krishna came and resided in us in the form of soul. If Krishna has not come in our body, we won't even know this is science, this is geography, this is physics, this is chemistry. So this is a combination of the field of activities. Field of activities are what? Field of activities are the 3 gunas which work upon the material nature, and when this body comes into this material nature, they are combined. The soul enters the body. So this is, body is the field of activity. Okay. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtanti tam parameshwaram vinashyasva avinashyatvam yaka pashyati sa pashyati. The soul and the super soul, the actually super soul will only see. Super soul will not interfere. Soul also actually, since the soul has got the free will and the soul has got the, what do you call that? Free will is the I, false I, ego, and I factor. The soul desires for itself. I want to enjoy, I want to possess, I want to have pleasure, I want to have pain, I want to have everything. I. So the I, free will, and also the false ego. Okay, one who sees the super soul equally present everywhere. In every person, the super soul is there. In everything, if I see this book also, in this book also super soul is there. How? This book would not have been printed unless and until the Lord gave the ability to print. Okay, not possible. It's a beautiful book, Gauranga Darshan Das Prabhu's. He gets Gita Subodhini. Every verse is explained so well in this book. Okay, so this book would not have come unless and until the knowledge has come. Knowledge is Krishna. So that is why we say living and non-living. We can't think how in the laptop, Mataji, Lord. Yes, Lord is there in the laptop without his sanction. Daivim cha panchamam. We would not have invented all these things. One who sees a super soul in everything, living being and equal everywhere, does not degrade himself by his mind. Okay? Intelligence take over the mind. Soul takes over the intelligence. Mind does not take over the senses. For those people who understand that the Lord is everywhere, thus he approaches the transcendental destination. Hare Krishna. I think this is the last verse. One who can see all the activities are performed by the body, which is created of the material nature. This body is created of material nature. What we enjoy out, what we enjoy in the form of body, all are same. Panchamaha Bhuta. Okay. And sees that the self does nothing. Soul only can desire, cannot do anything. Paramatma sanctions. Remember, thinking, feeling, willing. Soul can only think. Okay. Paramatma has to sanction. O son of Bharata, as the sun alone illuminates, one sun illuminates the entire universe. Same way, one Paramatma illuminates the entire body. Okay, entire consciousness is also illuminated by the Paramatma, super soul. One who knowingly sees this difference between the body and the owner of the body. Owner of the body is the Paramatma. He had given the freedom to operate. See, the king cannot go everywhere to operate all departments. So he has given the key to operate finance department to somebody. Like that, for every census, there's a deity. Every census operated by a deity. So the Lord has given the key to all those deities. One who can understand the process of liberation. Process of liberation is 13.8 to 12. Amanitvam adambitvam. Then we can be freed from the bondage and we can attain to the supreme goal. First is first 1 and actually 1 and 2 also questions come. And third we saw. In third only he says, Kshetrajnam apimam vidhi. The one who knows, I am also knower of the body, he said, right? Then 8 to 12. I told 16. 16th is Mai Chananya Yogena Bhaktiravyapicarine. So leaving me, na anya bilashita, no other desire other than pleasing me. So to please me, 20 qualities Krishna has given between 8 to 12. The 16th quality is the first one. Then 17, 18, 19, 20. The next 4 are the things to be known after. So that means you have to directly go to 12th verse. Then you come to 9, 10, 8 and all. Okay. In the 8th verse itself, we say, no, Amanitama, Adamitama, Ahimsa, Kshantira, Acharya Upasanam, second line, Acharya Upasanam. And this knowledge has to be obtained in the association of Acharya. 13 to 19, he gave the nature, characteristics of the super soul. Super soul is the Gayam. Okay. Object of knowledge. Prakriti and Purusha, the union is this body. Okay. Vision of knowledge. Actually, we cannot understand this without the supervision, without the Jnana Chakshu. So Krishna, Brahma Samhita, Brahma says, no, Jnanam, unless and until you give me that chakshu to understand the Krishna's 400 form, I cannot. Premanjana Churita Chakshu Vilochanena Santai Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Vilokasi. Yamshama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamagam Bhajami. Krishna, please give me that vision. Brahma is asking. Brahma. He got the knowledge. Right? Krishna told him when he came from here. Tap, tap, tap. Krishna understood austerity. He meditated. He got the Vedas. But he could not understand the Paramatma and the Bhagavan. For that, he needs that Jnana Chakshu. So, Brahma only is asking Jnana Chakshu, what are we up to? Okay, we have to keep on praying the Lord to give that Jnana Chakshu. I am really sorry, this topic, sorry Mataji, today I really forgot to tell anybody. Can you please fill in the attendance? Please do that. And today's chapter was more technical, right? So I took a long time. I'm really sorry for that. If you have not understood, still I am available. You can ask me doubt. Okay. Vanchakalpatarupasya